Good morning from the National Memorial Arboretum here near Lichfield in the Midlands. I have booked my tour on the land train, apparently a 45-minute tour with a little bit of commentary, and it's quite extensive apparently, the grounds of this place, so quite looking forward to seeing what it's like. It looks like people are already boarding. Luckily I've got my ticket here and a cup of coffee obviously just to keep me going. A little gift shop inside, little souvenirs.
To leave the train whilst it is moving.
In case of emergency, please attract the attention of the driver or use the emergency stop button. Your ticket is valid for the whole route, but if you leave the train at a stopping point, you will have to make your own way back to the Remembrance Centre. The Arboretum covers 150 acres with over 400 memorials to explore.
Though most are military in origin, many others are not, as you will soon discover. Debris taken from Ground Zero forms part of the memorial. Behind it is a red granite memorial honouring the skill and dedication of firefighters past, present and future.
Nuclear Test Veterans. The British Nuclear Test Veterans Medal was announced here at the Arboretum by the Prime Minister in 2022. Between the trees beyond this, a large block of Dartmoor granite honours the Royal Marines, adorned with their cap badge of the globe and laurel. A few feet further on, still on the red side next to the roadway, is the imposing memorial carrying the distinctive dagger emblem of the Army Commandos. In the distance is the Merchant Navy Wood. 2,535 trees were originally planted to form this woodland, each one representing a merchant navy ship lost in World War II. Families Association Memorial, known as SAFA. It honours the men and women who have supported the armed forces, veterans and their families during conflict and peacetime since 1885.
Next is the distinctive Railway Industry Memorial. Commissioned by the British Transport Pensioners Association, it features a Class 8F locomotive carved from matte black granite. And to the rear of the plinth is an etched montage depicting a series of railway activities.
Kingfishers, swans and great crested grebes are a common sight here, with damselflies arriving in summer.
Through the clearing in the trees, we begin to see the Bastion Memorial Wall. The Mall. Just as Buckingham Palace stands at the top of the Mall in London, so here we have the memorial to to the Household Division, which gets its name from its role as protector of the sovereign.
The division is made up of 7 regiments. The cavalry of the Life Guards and Blues and Royals, coupled with the Foot Guards of the Grenadier, Coldstream, Scots, Irish and Welsh Guards. Their badges and mottos are displayed on a striking monument, making use of appropriate materials to reflect each regiment. On the red side, we now see the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers Memorial. REME, as they are known, are the technicians and mechanics who maintain the vast array of equipment used by a modern army.
Great Britain, founded to represent travelling funfair workers. The obelisk formally recognises that they too gave their lives in service of their country, while the carousel horse is a universally recognisable symbol. World War, both in defence of the United Kingdom and for the freedom of their own country.
So the walls tell their story,
Memorial.
Whilst the bronze central statue's 4 figures represent a pilot who could have fought in the Battle of Britain, a sailor who could have been aboard the Arctic convoys, a soldier who could have fought at Monte Cassino, and a resistance fighter. One of the many women who fought for Poland's freedom.
Standing over
A memorial to all children whose lives have been impacted by war. At the centre of this garden is an elder tree planted in memory of Anne Frank, cut once a year on her birthday to prevent it from blossoming in the same way that Anne never reached maturity.
On the green side, we come to the Basra Wall. Members of the Royal Engineers built this in Iraq in their own time as a memorial to all the coalition force members who lost their lives in the 2 conflicts there. When the British forces left the country, families campaigned to have the wall brought home too, and it was relocated here at the National Memorial Arboretum. The 234 brass plaques remember the many nationalities who gave their lives serving together.
All those who have lost their lives on duty or as a result of terrorism since the end of the Second World War. The memorial's magnificent design has a special feature. At 11 AM on November the 11th, a shaft of light shines through an opening and illuminates the centre plinth. Within the memorial, there are several bronze sculptures that depict loss and sacrifice. If you would like to find out more, please speak to one of our dedicated team members at the Armed Forces Memorial.
Division, nicknamed My Polar Bears by their commanding officer. After serving in snowy Iceland and Norway, they replaced their white rose badge with the bear, 9 feet long and 5 feet high. The bear was made by Essex woodcarvers and contains a time capsule listing all those in the division who gave their lives.
Land train journey. We'd like to thank you for coming aboard.
Well, that's been great. A really interesting tour on the land train. I hope you've enjoyed some of the pictures and the video there from the commentary that seemed to be quite loud and clear. I had no idea this place existed, and it's quite impressive, and there's lots of spaces where you can sit and think, contemplate. So that's where the sun comes through on the 11th of November. Of course, when the armistice was signed in Versailles at the end of the First World War. So I think I'll just have a quick look around the gift shop before I go. From the National Memorial Arboretum. So thank you for joining me here in the middle of August in the Midlands, and I will see you on the next one.